Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and today I'm going to discuss my Ollie haul. No joke. Yeah. So, I've seen quite a few videos out there. I know not every state has an Ollie's, but I actually have two very close to me. One is about 13 miles away, smaller one in a smaller town, and one is about 60 miles away in an area that's really built up, big mall, lots of strip malls, has all the fun bells and whistles, the old Joann's, which was the biggest in the country for a while, and a Michael's and a Hobby Lobby, and just any retail that you can think of. So I decided to go to the small one first because I figured, oh, paper packs, they're not going to be picked over there, right? Best chance to find some. So I did find something. Happy Garden. I was quite happy. If you've been watching my channel at all, you see that I'm working on that floral journal this month. So I'm like, these are going to be great. I'm just going to do a quick flip through. I don't ever remember seeing this at Joann's when it was first there, or if it was ever there, because I'm guessing that they might have had stuff in the works that never did make it to the stores. But so this is small print floral, lots of basic neutral colors, some bright colors. This paper looks familiar for some reason. Small dots, big dots, bigger stripes. Just I think a great variety, and for $1.99, I mean, who could pass it up? They had about 10 of them there, but that is all I found at this one. Now, mind you, it was a smaller one. I was quite sad. My husband actually went with me because we had never gone to the Ollie's, and he wanted to see what it was. And so driving home, I'm like, you know, I'm gonna go check out the other one. I hadn't seen what it was, but he had stuff to do, so he stayed home. So I decided to drive there myself. And as I'm pulling up, ooh, look at those. Those are cute. Cut those apart. As I pull up, I see that it's in an old Toys R Us. So I'm thinking this place is gonna be huge. The other place, it was, I don't know what was there before, but it was definitely a maybe Dollar Tree size. It wasn't huge. So to find one, it is what it is. Almost done with this. Oh, and more cut aparts. Oh, these are pretty. Okay. Yeah, so I definitely have a project in mind that I'm going to do after my rest of my story here. And so I pulled into the larger Joann's, the larger Ollie's, where they had the Toys R Us, and was quite excited. So, you know, walking around trying to find the place that has all the papers, because when I walked into the first Ollie's, it was on the right-hand side, like the second row. This one happened to be the left-hand side, the second row. And so big store, figured just tons of stuff, and let me show you what I got. See that? Nothing. Not a stitch of paper. I was so disappointed. And you probably are too, since you probably tried to see what it was there. Because I have seen some of these hauls where people found recollection stuff, Cricut stuff, tons of paper pads, old ones, new ones I have too, 8x8s. Just, I don't know what state these people are in, but it's not my state. So, 'tis what it is, I guess. So, 2 trips, 2 Ollies. No joke, this is what I got. But I am happy with what I got. At least I got a paper pad that I'm excited of, and not one of the duplicates that I could have found, because there was definitely some paper pads. There's an heirloom one that I have, an 8x8 that is maps and legends. I have that one. I think there's a couple other ones I saw that people were hauling that I have. So this one I never had, never saw. So I'm very happy. Okay, so that is my no joke Ollie story for today. So I'm going to make a project with this since I have them, and I'd like to play with it. I'm going to make some whack and stacks out of floral for my floral journal. So if you want to see those, come on back. I will get everything prepared. All right, I am back. I have decided to do a 6 paper whack and stack. Now, in the past, I've always done a 5 paper whack and stack, but today I'm going to do 6. And the reason I decided to do 6 is because my floral journal that I'm working on has 3 signatures, and I thought if I wanted to put 2 tags in each signature, like one in the front of one in the back, I needed 6 of them. And it also worked out because I went with 3 floral prints and 3 tone on tone prints, kind of, you know, micro prints, whatever you want to call those. more generic-y. So it kind of worked out good. So these are the 6 papers that I picked. I've cut a strip that is 3.5 inches off that, leaving 8.5 by 12. So I can run this through my printer if I want to put something on the back, like just a tie-dye. I also have another idea using alcohol inks for this, and that'll be coming in the near future. So I'm gonna put these aside because I don't need them. And the next thing I have is these white strips. These were also 3.5 inch strips that were cut off of 12 by 12 big white papers to use to print on for digital pages that I wanted thicker or cardstock, etc. So I have cut those already. Put these to the side because I don't need these. I have cut them down already. Since it was 12 inches tall, I just decided to split them in half and make them 6 inches tall and the 3.5 wide. So my strips that I cut off from the 12 by 12, I also cut down to 6 inches. So I technically have 2 sets of paper that I can do whack and stacks or keep the second set for something else. So I'm gonna put the second set to the side. Okay. Now for whack and stacks, what I used to do, or I've done in the past, what I see a lot of people do is we'll rip it into 3 pieces. The top one you rip in half, the bottom one you rip in half, and the center one stayed solid. So my thought is all 3 of them are going to get ripped in half. So I have 6 pieces, and hopefully I can tear all 6. I haven't tried 6. I can. All right, so you want to rip them in a kind of a fun way, not totally straight. So there's that one. There's that one. All right, so I have my 3 pieces, and each one now is going to be divided, split in half this way. So there is the top, and that one went that way, so I'm going to do this one this way, make it, like I said, a little bit more interesting. And this one I'm going to split back this way. Okay, 6 pieces. I'm going to keep these in order, and I'll lay out my cards. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the way you start these is you start with your top pile and you just put them out in order. So we're gonna go 1, ooh, don't go out of order, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the second pile, since the second pile starts with the second one, so 2, 1, and then that becomes not duplicated. 2, 3, 4, 5, and back to 1. All right, so the next one is the third pile. So we're going to start on the third pile. 4, 5, 2. Fourth pile starts on the fourth one. So you can see how we're going to go on this. I have dueling trucks in my, uh-oh, something stuck together. Oh no, it didn't. That was the last one. I was kidding. I have Amazon and UPS dueling in my cul-de-sac right now to find a spot to park. Okay, so this is the 5th pile. So we are going to start on the 5th one. 5, 6, and back up to 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, 6th pile. Start with the 6th one. We go to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so there they are. Now these are all going to get glued down. They're going to look much nicer than they are right now. And I'm just going to push these up and out of the way without trying to get them jacked up anyway. And they should be okay though, because each one has ripped ends, so you can kind of tell which way it goes. Like this can't go this way because the 2 ripped ends really can't go that way. It could go that way. Now if you screw it up and you put it here, you might think it goes down there. That could be where you have a problem. But as long as you keep them in their respective area, you should be fine. All right, we're going to get our glue book and we're going to get our glue stick. I'm going to glue this first one down, and then I will pause the video and come back because you don't need to see gluing. And I'm going to do my best to try to keep it on the card, but you can always go back and trim the card down or trim the paper down if it's out of whack. And you are going to get sometimes, because it's ripped at different levels on the slide, for goodness sakes. Since it's on different levels, you're going to get pieces that might be farther apart, closer together, not really match. It happens. You just got to go with the flow. Now, I just thought of something because it's been a while since I've done these. Last time I did them, I did do the tops and the bottoms because those go exactly where they need to go, because you've got sides and bottoms. And then I put the middle in because if there's space, I can manipulate it so it's equal. Yeah, let's say if this was ripped short and it was like you have a little bit up there but not up there, because of the way I glued it, this way I can center it better and make sure that it covers all it needs to. So there is my one helpful hint on doing these. Do the top and the bottom and then fill in the middle. All right. This one worked out pretty good. I did not ink any of this, but again, this is a floral book, so it's kind of a, you know, a little bit more brighter, cheerful. I did slide this down a little, so I will straighten that out eventually. But if you wanted to ink them, it will just take longer. But inking them is totally fine. I might in the end ink the outside after I snip it to a tag or round it, etc. But like I said, I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to glue the rest of these, and then I'll come back and we'll probably decorate one or two. So I will be right back. All right, I am back all glued, and I pulled some stuff together to put on these. This is a pack of like chipboard things. I found these at Hobby Lobby. I had to think there for a second, a while ago. I pulled together some sticker labels that are invoices, blank labels. I got my number book, I got my tidbits, and I think that's what I'm going to put on there. So let me just show you. This one I did round in ink already. But what I did notice with doing 6, and I didn't really pay attention, is all of the flowers end up on one side and all of the solidish end up on the other. I'm not mad about it, but it didn't even dawn on me that that's what's going to happen, because there's an even amount and I did them every other. So there's the first one and the second one. These are so pretty. The third one and the fourth one and the fifth one and the sixth one. So yeah, so they go, you know, back and forth between solids and prints. I was trying to flatten these out, so I'm gonna put them back underneath there. Still a tad wet, but all right. So like I said, I pulled some floral, I pulled some butterflies and some birds, and I mean, like, does that not like go perfectly with these? I mean, it's kind of crazy what they are. I think I'm gonna start with a butterfly. I like that on there, and maybe do, it's got a bit of peach. Maybe do a sticker. The butterfly. All right, I gotta remember, I always do this. I put the stuff farther down and then it ends up going in a tuck in a pocket and I don't see it. So we're gonna push this up a little higher and go from here. So like I said, I know you've seen this project before, but I just wanted to play with my awesome Ollie's haul. What a fiasco. What a just fiasco. But what are you gonna do? I would have regretted not going and checked after I keep seeing all these posts on it. And yeah. All right. Let's put you up there. And I'm gonna get let's put a number down there. Yep, let's do that. Yes, I would have regretted if I didn't go, even though I have tons of papers. I'm not lacking in the paper world. That is for sure. But good old FOMO, fear of missing out, popped in my ugly head. All right. Do I want to put a number in? I don't think I want to put a number in there too. I think that'll be enough. Maybe add a little washi tape to another one. But yeah, I think they'll be cute. So I'm going to make the rest of them. I'm not going to do them on camera because I have to stop filming right now because my husband called me for dinner. because of course I was shopping all afternoon and it is almost dinner time. But I wanted to get at least one of these done, and hopefully in the next video I will show you what the other ones look like. And I think they're going to be cute, and I think they're going to go well in that floral journal. All right, well, I appreciate each and every one of you that has stopped by today. And if you want to see how these look, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because that, like I said, I'll show in the next video what these ended up being. And you get notified, click the bell, so you can see how the floral journal goes, because I think it's going to be fun for sure. So pretty. I really love it. All right. Thanks so much for stopping by, and as usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye now.